Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for this video. Today I'm going to be sharing with you a review on this beautiful, unique little aquarium that I found on Amazon. This has become such a beautiful focal point in our living room, and I wanted to share my thoughts and my review on this. So let's jump in and get started. As I mentioned, this came from Amazon.com. I will have a direct link in the description box below. These are made by an Australian company, I believe, called BiOrb. There are a few different sizes that you can choose from on Amazon. The size that I chose is a 4-gallon. I believe there's also an 8-gallon, and then there is also a 16-gallon option. I chose to start out with the 4-gallon round aquarium just because we have never had fish in our family before, and so I wanted to start out with something a little bit more small and possibly easier to take care of, and that is what led me to this beautiful 4-gallon aquarium. As you can see, I do have to use a heater for this aquarium just because I have a betta fish in there and they require heated water. And so finding a heater for this uniquely shaped aquarium was a little bit harder because there's no way to really suction cup a heater onto this because of the rounded sides. So I found something that works. It did require me to have to remove the top so that it's not on hinges anymore and the cord can come out of the top still. It has no effects on the overall look of the aquarium once the top is closed. And so having the top removed only really affects the feeding time when I go to feed the fish. And then I have the cords for the aquarium, the filter tube, and then the heater just kind of tucked away under some blankets in this crock right next to the aquarium. Another pretty cool feature with this aquarium is that it is acrylic, so it kind of magnifies everything a little bit, including the fish, which is really awesome. One thing about acrylic versus glass though is that I have seen reviews that it's a little bit easier to scratch. Personally, I have not noticed any issues with the tank being acrylic. I have not seen any scratch marks or noticed any problems. I actually really like that it magnifies the fish. You can see the detail of the fish a little bit more, make the tiny fish appear bigger, especially for kids. So stepping into the accessories or the add-ons that I have purchased along with this tank. So like I mentioned, I do have a betta fish living in my aquarium, and so I purchased these 2 different food options for him. The betta pellets I purchased from PetSmart, and then the flakes I purchased off of Amazon. Again, I will have a link in my description box. And then I have these 2 jugs of tap water that I keep on hand. I try to do a 25 to 50% water change weekly, depending on how cloudy or dirty the water is looking. And so I just always have these 2 jugs filled with water ready to go for the weekly water changes, which are a lot easier than I originally thought that they'd be. And then I have this aquarium salt, which I do not use very often. It's only needed in certain situations. If the fish seems stressed or unhealthy, I will sprinkle a couple of these little salts into the aquarium. And so even though I have not needed to use this very often, I do like having it on hand for those certain situations. Next up, I have this top fin bacteria starter. This is really good when you are doing bigger water changes or setting up your fish tank, just to get some good bacteria flowing through the aquarium and just make that water healthy and beneficial for your fish. And then I have these 2 products, one from the company that made the aquarium, BiOrb, and then another one that I found on Amazon. These are supposed to kind of just help the filter group together the particles within the water, especially if you are experiencing cloudy water. They're supposed to just kind of make those really, really tiny particles become bigger and easier for the filter to grab onto and hold on to, if I am understanding that correctly. But yeah, I have two products that pretty much do the same thing. And really quick, I have to turn the attention to the Betta Fish. We call him Flounder. He is such a sweet fish. He loves being up front and in the center of the aquarium and just looking at people and his surroundings. He is definitely not a shy fish. I am really loving having a Betta Fish. I know you're only supposed to have one in a tank because they are more on the aggressive side. But he is just such a sweet fish, and they come in the most beautiful colors and variations. So I definitely have nothing but good things to say about the Betta Fish family. Next up, I have this water conditioner that makes tap water safe for fish. This is like more exclusively for Betta Fish. I'm not too sure if there's a big difference between different water conditioners, but this is the one that I use in those 1 gallon tap water jugs. Here I have this service water kit, again from the company BiOrb. It comes with 3 filter replacements and the water optimizer, which I shared a few screens back. But here you can see the filter. The filter has like a foam top to it with these little like beads at the bottom. Not really sure the details in all of this, but it is suggested to change out the filters once a month. I haven't been doing that. I've been doing more so cleaning the filters and then reusing them, which I did read is perfectly fine. And as you can see, the water is crystal clear, beautiful. I haven't really had any issues with keeping the water clean, especially doing those weekly water changes and then cleaning out the filter. I also have this little thermometer temperature reader that I use when I am doing the water changes. I just try to make sure that the water that I am putting in from those 1 gallon jugs is as close as I can make it to the existing aquarium water, just so that there are not any drastic temperature changes. And then my last additional purchase along with this aquarium is this siphon that I found on Amazon. Again, all items that I found on Amazon will be linked in the description box below, but this is just a very basic siphon that is used for smaller aquariums. It just helps in taking out some of the dirty water as well as sucking up the debris through this little filter on the end. It does have a cap so that not everything can get sucked up through it. But yeah, it's been really helpful and very easy to use during those water changes. And if anybody is interested in seeing how I do the weekly water changes, just let me know in the comment section below. I know at first when I got this aquarium, I was very confused at how to do the water changes safely and effectively. It was definitely way more intimidating than it should be. And then here is another feature that I absolutely love about this aquarium, and is another reason that makes this aquarium just stand out. It comes with this little remote, and with that you are able to turn the lights on and off, and you are also able to change the colors within the aquarium, which is so beautiful. There are so many different colors to choose from, and then you can also choose the light show, which will allow all of the lights to be shown gradually changing color, which I just think is so cool. We primarily use the white lights just because it helps the interior decor within the aquarium stand out a little bit more, and so we normally have it on white, but it is really nice to have all of these colorful options. The kids definitely prefer the light show, and then when we have company over, it's really fun to show them the changing, rotating lights as well. So definitely love that feature. Overall, I think that this aquarium is just so unique, so different than any other aquariums out there. It's such a statement piece. We constantly get questions about this aquarium when we have company over. It has just been such an awesome add-on to our home. I 100% recommend this aquarium. It is easy to care for. The fish that we have inside of there, he really seems to love his new home as well. The filter creates a really nice current to help, circulate the water while also adding aeration at the top with the bubbles. It's just overall such a cool design. So awesome. I also wanted to mention we do have a snail in there who kind of helps keep the water and the tank clean for us as well. He really seems to enjoy his life in there. All of the interior decor came from PetSmart. I know you could do a lot of shopping on Amazon as well. There's so many cool options. I have seen so many different ways on how people have set up their aquariums. There are some all white arrangements, which of course I think is breathtaking. So lots of different arrangement choices to choose from, especially if you look at the reviews on Amazon. You can see how people have set up their BiOrb aquariums. So that about sums up this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave those in the comment section below. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Thank you so much and take care. Bye.